Hello.
Hi, Darlene.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Good, thank you.
Good. Thank you for joining me this morning. Are you in Massachusetts? Is that did they
Yeah,
tell you
correct.
correctly? Okay. Okay, so it's almost lunchtime for you, but still good morning. So good morning. I'm Central Time, so behind you. Uh, Thank you for joining me this morning. We'll be together for about an hour. That's still okay.
Yeah, sure.
Before we get into our conversation, there's some background information just that I need to give you, just so you know, to kind of set
Yeah.
up the whole thing. So this is just a conversation between the two of you. I'll tell you a little bit about what it's about in just a second, but there are no right or wrong answers. I'm not looking for any particular point of view or opinion or answer from you. I just want to get your point of view, your experiences, your thoughts about, the questions that I ask and the things that we'll be talking about. This conversation is being recorded. That's for my benefit only. I'm doing over 20 of these interviews over the next week or two. And when I go back and write my final report, I'll go back and watch the videos again. If I don't have a video recording, then you all kind of merge into one respondent and I can't keep anything separate. So that's the reason for the video recording. It won't be used externally or anything like that. It's just for my purposes for report writing. I'm an independent researcher. This is what I do for a living. I talk to all sorts of different people about all sorts of different topics. I don't work directly for the company that is sponsoring this project. So nothing you say will upset me or offend me or get me promoted or fired or anything like that. My job is to be the objective third party in all of this and just take what you say and other people say and write a report and bring it all together. So be honest and open and don't worry about any of that. As I said, we'll be together for about 60 minutes. And we're going to spend a lot of our time talking about how you spend your time online and with apps and digital subscriptions and things like that. And then the last half of our time on talk specifically about news and how you consume news and where and how all of that works for you.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Thank you. So the first thing I'd like to do is just get to know you a little bit. And if you could, just where you live, who lives with you, and what do you do for work if you work?
I got to cut the bells down. It's too many bells. I got to figure that out.
Okay.
Is there anybody else listening in besides you and I?
Oh, yes. Oh, I'm so, thank you. Yes, there are colleagues of mine that are listening in as well. They shouldn't be saying anything or speaking. We shouldn't be able to see or hear them, but yes, they are here as well.
Okay. All right.
If we were doing this in person in a focus group facility, they'd be in the back room.
No, I know. But I'd also have snacks too, so.
That is true. Well, unfortunately, you have to supply your own snacks.
That's all good. No worries.
Okay.
So I'm outside of Boston, Mass. I'm an English teacher. I'm married. I have 2 children. A rescue dog that's 10 years old now, and I'm really busy. I'm halfway home and halfway at work at school.
Okay.
But there's been an outbreak, so here we are again. So I'm home again.
Oh God. Okay. So you spent the academic year. Did you start remote and then went back in, or have you been remote and then hybrid?
Remote, hybrid, and then during hybrid, we ended up back going remote again.
Okay. And now I'm down in Texas, so my son actually finishes this week. When do you finish the school year up there?
June.
Okay.
Third week of June.
Okay, so you still got a few more weeks. Okay. And do you think you're going to go back in for part of the rest of the year, or do you think you'll be out?
I have no idea.
No.
Who knows?
And how's it been this academic year, being remote and hybrid and all of that?
Oh, it started off rough, but we, unfortunately, when you're not prepared for something like this, which no one ever thought, it's it brought a lot of attention to what needs to be done.
Mhm. Oh, you in terms of education?
In terms of getting children on board with technology
No.
and not closing your eyes to the fact that there's children that don't have it because now they needed it. And, what took you so long to open your eyes?
I see. Okay. Okay. Well, before we get into any of this, I mean, obviously, I'm in Texas, so you don't teach my son, but just thank you. Just you and all teachers for, I could not imagine doing what you have had to do
Mhm.
with hybrid, with remote, with all of that. And so just on a personal level, thank you for that. That cannot have been easy by any stretch. Not that it's easy to be a teacher anyway. Okay, let's get into the topic of the conversation. And I want to start first with talking to you about the digital services that you subscribe to, and whether that's on your phone, on your computer, through your TV. It's those online services that you're paying for. And what I'm going to do as you start telling me those is share. Can you see the whiteboard?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to try and type these things as you tell me. So the digital services that you subscribe to. It could be anything.
Oh, could be anything. Oh, all right, cool. Um, okay, so I subscribe to the Boston Globe
Okay.
because you have to. It's been around for a million years.
Okay.
And I subscribe to The Economist.
Okay.
It's a magazine.
Mhm. What else?
I subscribe to Reader's Digest.
Okay. Oops, I can't spell Reader's Digest.
It's something that people shouldn't really overlook, to be honest with you.
Okay.
Uh, and I have Oprah magazine.
Okay. Oops. What else? Music services, entertainment
Oh
services.
yeah, I have Pandora, and I have Spotify, and I also I have Netflix, Hulu, Disney Plus.
What was that last one?
Disney
Disney
Plus.
Plus. Sorry.
Yeah. YouTube.
You pay for YouTube?
Yeah.
Okay.
And there's probably some more in there I don't even know about, be honest with you.
What about health and wellness, food delivery?
Oh, I have DoorDash and Grubhub.
Okay.
I have Instacart,
Okay. Oops.
Amazon. Well, yeah, I do pay for that actually. You forget
Prime.
about that. Which I get Prime with that. I think that's enough.
Okay. Are there things that you could subscribe to, but you use the free version?
Oh, I get multiple times during the day. It's called Newsbreak, which tells me what's going on.
Okay.
Next door.
Okay. Is there a subscription version of that?
No.
Okay.
But are you asking me what I use that's not subscription?
But that you could pay for. So what are you using the free version?
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
It's fine because you partly answered my next question with Newsbreak and Nextdoor, so that's fine.
Yeah. It's either free or I pay.
Is there anything where you're using the free version but you could pay for it?
That's a good question.
Maybe the answer is not that you're aware of.
I was just going to say that because sometimes I get things and they let me read a little bit to test me. And then if I want to need more, they want me to subscribe and I'm good.
Okay. Okay, then that's a good enough list to start off with. So how do you decide whether to pay for one of these services or not?
Well, I did get the free version of Netflix first.
Mm-hmm.
Um, um, Amazon's kind of a no-brainer.
Okay.
I did want to cancel it the other day because I got pissed off.
So,
But they reminded me how much I saved in shipping, so that changed.
so why is it a no-brainer?
For which one?
Amazon.
Oh, yeah. Because when the pandemic was here, things weren't, well, I'll tell you why it wasn't a no-brainer, and then why it became a no-brainer again. Um, Things were just like all over the place lost. It was a disaster.
Mhm.
And then I don't know, again, I ordered something once. They said it's lost, and then I ordered the same thing again, and it was a disaster. And I'm not getting things when I'm supposed to, so I just did a little chat and said I'm kind of done with you. Blah blah blah. And then I forgot what the benefits were. I forgot that, hey, you know what? I could pay, all this amount of money in shipping, and I'm getting Amazon, I'm getting Prime Video, and I'm like, well, yeah, I'm good. I said, I'll keep it.
Mhm. Okay. Okay. What about
Oh,
you?
plus,
Oh,
um, when I go to Whole Foods, I get that extra 10% off because I'm a Prime.
okay.
Yeah, I forgot about all that, but yeah, it's all good now.
Is the subscription then just about saving money? Be it shipping or
Um,
foods, or is there more to it?
yeah, it is.
It is. Okay.
Yeah, it is. Absolutely.
Okay. So what about something like Pandora and Spotify? Because there are free
Right.
versions of those. So
Yeah,
what?
I actually had the free version as trial, and I liked them so much. And actually, believe it or not, the free version was in our car for,
Mhm.
what was it, Pandora, for a year. Imagine that, a whole year. It was free. And then I missed it, which was obviously the strategy. And so the free was up, and thought about it. And I'm like, I really miss it. I have my favorite. So I decided to go with it.
What was it that you missed about it?
I missed my routine. I had a routine. I had favorite stations that I listened to that I would just press a button, was programmed. And I missed all that consistency with I mean, I invested a year into it mentally,
Mhm.
socially, because it's a social thing too, even though it's just me and Pandora.
How is it a social thing?
Because I'm interacting with me, myself, and I with Pandora.
Okay. Um, so you actually, not to take this too far, maybe, but you actually developed a relationship with it. Is that what you're saying?
Well,
I know that sounds odd, but
no, it's not odd at all, because you're developing a relationship with everything that you turn on, technology wise, whether it's Alexa or Hey Google, or you start your car. Every time you press a button or do something, it's a relationship. Um, it's a different way to look at something, but it is what it is.
okay. So you had the free subscription in the car for 12 months. You developed, as you talked about, routine. It was easy to find the music you liked. It was a consistency there. You had that relationship with
Right.
it that you missed, so you paid for it. So it
Mhm.
um, what value was it giving you?
Oh, the value was being able to hear what I want when I want to, whether it was disco music, yes, and comedies, these old comedy skits, just like a blast from the past. It's just unique, and I wanted that experience
Okay.
back. I missed it.
Okay. Okay. So it provided you with an experience that then
Yep.
became worth paying for. Okay.
Yeah.
What about let's talk about Netflix, Hulu, Disney Plus. What are you getting out of those? What's the value in those?
Netflix, again, that was, I think Amazon Prime. No, I'm sorry. My cable company, who I've now kicked to the curb,
Mhm.
gave me Netflix trial for free.
Okay.
It was on my radar. Anyways, so I ran with it. Hulu was just a thought process, but I'm not feeling that, so that one's gonna go.
So,
Uh,
so tell me about the thought process that got you to it, and then what it's not doing that's leading you to say you're going to get rid of it.
it's not doing what Netflix does. Netflix is just incredible. Things are coming and going constantly. They're changing things. It's so easy to go in there and save things. Uh, you can just it's sectioned off properly. Uh, Recommendations. I can click on it and it gives it. I can read what it's doing. It gives me a preview. Hulu is just aggravating. Too much, just extra steps going into it. I don't like the way it's set up, and I don't even like what's offered anymore. So, and Disney Plus, that's like a family thing. The kids watch it. I don't have to worry about what they're watching. But I we sit down. I enjoy it too. It's nothing like a good old cartoon or something, you know.
Okay. Um, let's talk about the Boston Globe and the Economist. And are there other news, I don't know what to call them, news outlets, news organizations that you subscribe to?
Yes.
Okay. So,
And believe it or not, I still get the paper version of the Boston Globe.
okay.
Um, Being living in Boston my whole life is just what it was,
Mhm.
and it's been around forever. Um, who knows how much longer? Not sure about that. Uh, but it's keeps up with Massachusetts, Boston. It's something that I look forward to reading. It's about where I live,
Uh-huh.
brings attention to matters. And I like to spread it out on the kitchen table, maybe when I feel like it, stretch my arms out, go over it page by page, section by section. And again, that's an experience. I'm used to doing that being younger. I wouldn't do it with any other magazine like the New York Times, Washington Post, but that particular paper is my thing. And it's my thing because you're going to ask me because I grew up with it, and that's just what you did. You on a Sunday, if it's the Sunday Boston Globe, you couldn't wait to get the coupons, the cartoons, and see what's going on sale.
Okay.
But I get it every day, so it's not just Sunday.
Do you look at the online version of the Boston Globe, or are you dealing with it?
I don't.
Okay.
I don't. No,
So what about the Economist?
that is all online.
Okay. So what are you getting from, why are you subscribing to that?
That's a very interesting magazine. A lot of people aren't aware of that one. Um, it talks about the economy, tech, just a lot of things that you just don't normally see out and about. It's a whole different genre. It's topics that I find interesting about the economy, up and coming businesses are going bye, bad business, good business.
So why the Economist versus, and I'm just as a business focused publication. So I know there's Forbes or there's Fast Company or Wall Street Journal or what is it about the Economist that's not just you want to read it, but you want to pay for it?
I could very easily get a paper magazine subscription. Actually, the reason I found The Economist was I was in Barnes and Noble, and they used to have racks and racks and racks of magazines that just go forever. And if you can't find something there, you're in trouble. So that's originally where I had found it. And then that's where I learned that I could either have it delivered to the house or I could get it online. And it is a magazine. It's not a newspaper, it's a magazine. And it's sectioned up in sections like a magazine. And it's short articles, and they don't say, go to page 22, section B, or whatever it is.
Mhm.
It's short and sweet. And that's what I like about it online.
Okay. So what's the, let me phrase this question. What's the value that you get from The Economist? I get that it's interesting. I get that it's a different genre with different stuff from the Boston Globe. And I get, it's concise and there's none that I go to page 22 for the rest